Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I get a tickle Jess, right? Do you guys approve of this message? Itchy on the back.
No, what am I gonna do bad?
Oh, what are you gonna do back? But you're gonna go for the back scratch anyway. Even though you don't have an itchy. I'll make some itchies. How are you guys doing today? Hey Riley. It's too early. I've been starting at 5 in the morning all week. Too early. And yes, I broke down again this week. I spent 6 hours in Prince George for a turbo sensor. I slept in today. Oh. Come on, game, load. I want to play. Where's the rest of my viewers? They're all sleeping too. I'm too early, I think. If it's too early, why the heck are you up? That's exactly what Justice said. His excuse is he's got a kid. He's awake all night long. The heck were we doing? Yeah, I came through Revelstoke to Kamloops this week, so I was looking for ya. Let's see if Riley's on the highway. That's when we were headed up to Prince George. Yeah, I don't run up there, Highway 1 that often. Jess says bye. Now we're synchronizing. Huh. Look at that. I'm now the passenger. So how do I become a passenger in one of Jess's vehicles? Let's go to her farm. So do I just go beside the combine? Shift Z. And just like that, I am a passenger. Cool. What if you change vehicles? Yep. You're in there. So what if I hit tab? Nope, I tab out. Okay, but it works. Cool. That's cool. I like that. Now when I run downstairs for laundry, you know where I'll be, a passenger in one of Jess's vehicles. Trying to eat a granola bar while driving. It's not working. It's like somehow distracted driving just never works out. Let's check out our fields, make sure there's no weeds on anything before it gets dark. Field 18 is almost ready for harvesting. we go. Oh, that's cool. If you drive with it unfolded, it actually, yeah, it would do what it would do in real life. Some of the physics they got right. The plow they got all messed up, but I should really lime this field before I finish plowing, huh? That way, I don't have to guess in the dark. I think that's a good idea. Hey Hedgehog, how's it going? Oh, darn it! You answered the question. Hedgehog's doing alright. You got me. You got me. What's that? We have to up our game so I don't ask that question. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a pretty darn good week. It was a long week. It was a 4-day week. How was a long week? Every single day we woke up at 5 in the morning. Makes for a long week. And we also broke down on Thursday. Broke down Thursday morning. You've changed jobs now. You enjoy the new job more? Oh, you work for a recovery company, so you're basically a recover. I'm in the hedges. In the hedges. Recover vehicles and. Come on. Now, do you guys do repos and stuff like that too, or just accident scenes and stuff like that? So you guys tow anything? Okay, so basically, if the police call you and tell you there's a tow, you know, somebody was doing excessive speed or something like that, DUI, you go and tow that vehicle. Cool. Sounds actually like a fun job. It's one of those big variety jobs, and you have no idea what time it'll be. A huge mix. You have no idea if you're going out at 2 at night or 2 in the evening or afternoon or midnight. You know what I mean. AM, PM, all hours go. Still not wide enough. Whoa. Oops. Thought I missed a little bit back here anyway. Let's get this combine out of the way. We had an accident yesterday involved 4 trucks. One was carrying a tanker of acid. Ooh, that can be interesting. That can get dangerous fast. Job for a crane, a rotator, and 5 wreckers. Holy smokes. Definitely a big job. Seven hours of working. Nearly 7 hours. Sounds like a fun job. The only part of the job I wouldn't like is the hours. Having to get up at 2 a.m. Also, the unfortunate part, you get to see, you have to deal with emergency scenes and get to see some horrific sights. So you guys have 19 wreckers. Everybody has their own truck. And you work in shifts. You usually have 10 out in the day and 10 out at night. Yeah, so you do shift work, but if all of a sudden there's a big accident where you need like all your tow trucks out or a whole bunch of tow trucks out, you get called out at any time. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. It seems like the company's pretty fair. They've got it figured out so you can still have a good family life, well, good home life. So you kind of have an idea of when you'll be off and when you won't be. So you can still have fun on your days off. Just underestimating how wide this is. I'm gonna have to buy a lot more lime. My alarm's going off already? You went out for a job where you had to winch a trailer, or tractor and trailer, out of a field. But the only way was put yourselves in the field, so you had to winch yourselves out afterwards. Oh boy. It's like the only way we can get this out is by getting ourselves stuck. It's pretty funny. What's that? Your field is wrong? Your field is ready. Oh, crop is ready. That means my field is ready as well. So more harvesting. Okay. Am I really missing that much? Where's the... That's... Yeah, I am missing the line here and there. That's what I thought. A little more overlap. Okay. I'm gonna go get our laundry. Or you mean mostly driving this tractor? Okay. And you spend 30 minutes just cleaning the truck, and that's cool sitting in the passenger seat like that. Spend 30 minutes cleaning the truck, and then you get called out. Cool. I like this new mod. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get laundry. You guys can watch Farmer Joe making bales or whatever she does after if I take too long. Hey, Iron Thunder. You know what this also means? Anybody can play multiplayer and just ride along if they don't want to do anything in here. Just watch. So if anyone wants to watch, and choose their own camera angle. This is the way to do it. Well, you don't have to join. You can choose who you want to ride along with. Go, okay. And if you're watching me live, you could go ride along with Farmer Joe while watching me. You could totally do that. At least one person could totally do that. I like it. Let's turn all the lights on. If anything I tab into. Let's get some more lime. Combine's gonna be parked in the way, isn't it? Set a timer again. Good idea. What did I do? Just didn't remind me. Yeah, you can see field 15 is ready for harvesting around the outside here. They are a pain to tow. What is a pain to tow? Tractor trailer are a pain to tow? Do you tow a tractor trailer is one unit? Or do you tow the tractor and then the trailer separately with two different rigs? Yeah, tractors. And then if you're forced to tow an automatic tractor from the front, you'll have to crawl underneath, take the drive shaft apart. The axle on the tractor is too far away. Yeah, you can't pick them up by the axle. If you're picking them up from the front, you can pick them up by the axle. But if you're picking them up from the back, you have to attach, somehow secure it to the frame. Yeah. You gotta chain it onto the, yeah. And then you've got to seat belt the steering column. Here, let's just go through this field. Yeah, agricultural trucks, especially if the tandems or triaxles are, I guess tandems are probably harder than triaxles. Triaxles, the rear axle would come closer to the back, but a tandem, the drive or the drives are pretty far into the unit. You prefer hauling from the front of the cab? Huh. It would make it more stable because when you're hauling and the steering tires are on the ground, yeah, you got to worry about that truck following straight behind you. If you have the steering wheel even just slightly off, it'll be doglegging one way or the other. And there's a huge amount of resistance towing. Really? So yeah, you'd rather crawl underneath there, take the drive shaft, take the U-joint out of the drive shaft, and kind of do that, and then haul the truck facing the right direction. Most of the tow truck drivers I've run into prefer hauling backwards, hooking onto the back of the truck and hauling with the steers, because they don't want to crawl underneath and take apart the drive shaft. So you take the shaft out of the rear wheels. Yep, that makes sense. And then just anchor it up with like a little tow rope or something. A little ratchet strap. Anchor the drive shaft to the frame so it doesn't dangle. And if you're towing, if you're towing with the trailers, you want to tow from the front anyway. You can tow the trailers and trucks at the same time. Usually when I break down, first thing I do is drop my trailers and pull far enough ahead so that a tow truck can get between me and the trailers, because they all prefer to tow backwards. But that might be because usually there's snow on the road when I'm breaking down, so in the winter. They don't want to crawl underneath the truck unless they have to. Then again, I did break down a lot in the summer, and they wanted to tow from the rear as well. Oh, I was confused there for a little bit. I'm like, Arctic? No, Arctic. Articulating tractor. So, articulating truck. So, you were towing a tow truck with an articulating truck, and did that articulating truck have a trailer on it? That's a very European term for a semi. In fact, most people in North America, when you say Arctic, will not know what you're talking about. I'm edumacated. If you're talking to a North American, if you say articulating, Arctic, they'll have no clue what you're talking about. They probably won't know what you're talking about either if you say lorry. It did it. You took the trailer off, yeah. It would be a little tricky. There'd be no way of backing that up. Well, not no way, but it'd be hard to back that combo up. because I haul Super B, which means I already have 2 points of articulation on my vehicle. So when you're hauling a semi with a trailer attached, you're hauling basically what I do every day, 2 points of articulation. Hey Iron Thunder. So if you were hauling a tow truck with an articulating tractor with a trailer, that would be 3 articulations, which is nearly impossible to back up unless you have a lot of training. There are drivers here that have, we call them A-trains. Basically it's a semi with a trailer, with a dolly, and another trailer. So you have 3 articulation points, and they can back those up. That takes some skill. When drivers refuse to pay. That's gotta be fun. Yeah, I guess you gotta deal with that. Nice thing about working for the company I do, I don't have to worry about any of that. I just go, my company calls the tow truck company, they give the tow truck company their credit card. It's paid before the tow truck shows up. Tow truck just shows up. I usually help hook up the truck, put the lights on and stuff like that, and then off we go. It's a fairly stress-free way of doing it. Yeah, drivers from small or owner-operators and small companies you'd have to pay before completing the tow, yeah. So basically if your wheels are locked up, basically they can't go until they've paid. They can't go anywhere. They are attached to your truck. So they can't go anywhere until they've paid you. It's going to take me a while, Iron Thunder, getting used to space eccentric. It's like, what happened to Cloud Liquor? It's gone. It's like, I'm so used to Cloud Liquor, now it's space eccentric. I don't mind the name change. Actually, I think it suits him. It's just going to take me a while to go, who is that? I haven't watched his new video, so I'll have to do that. Yeah, they can go, but their truck can't go anywhere. Yes, the truck is yours until you have payment. Iron Thunder, I got a cool new mod in this game that I think I'm gonna really enjoy. I showed it off while I was doing laundry. I don't know if you saw me riding with Farmer Joe. But anybody can now play or join multiplayer and just jump in the passenger seat and ride along. Yeah, Space Eccentric. What was it again? Is it? Yeah, Space Eccentric. It definitely is a better name for what he does than Cloud Liquor. But you always change, right? We don't like change. Oh yeah, so you saw me riding passenger with Jess's tractor. I really like that new mod. It was under gameplay, I believe, and now anyone that wants to join that doesn't want to actually do any work on the farm can just ride passenger. Like shotgun. And when I have to run downstairs to do my laundry or whatever, I can just jump in Farmer Joe's tractor and ride along. You guys don't get a boring screen of nothing. Palling. We're palling FS19? Well, let's change that. Where is it? Changed. That's awesome. My fingers type too fast, or my dyslexia kicks in. The first tow you did ended up with a truck driver in an ambulance. Oh, he was stuck in the wrecker. Or not in the wrecker, he was stuck in the truck. What am I doing here? There we go. At least I think that's what you meant. He was stuck in his own rig. Really? I didn't know, because in my mind, France is really, um, they have money. France would have a lot more money than Lithuania would, right? It seems like a big country against a small country. I know nothing about your basketball, but the fact that a small country would be doing that well against a big country, almost winning, I think that'd be a pretty cool thing. Hey, Dylan. To me, that seems like that's a big deal. Lithuania, that'd be a good headline if Lithuania actually beat France. But almost beating France is already, it's like, hey, that's a big deal. You guys won against Canada. See? That is a big deal. I don't think basketball is a big deal here in Canada. Well, Toronto has. Yeah, I guess Toronto in basketball would be a pretty big deal. Basketball's not a big thing in the West Coast, but guess this is going to look a little bit funny with Lime disappearing in part of the field and not the other part. You guys beat Canada. That's pretty cool. I don't really follow sports, but it's still pretty cool. No, I don't like that light. I'll have to go with this light. Why can't I have both of the front lights going at the same time? I going to get stuck in those trees? Please don't get stuck in the trees. Press number pad 5 and 6. It alternates between the two. I can't have both on at the same time. It is. It is dumb. In real life, you could put both on. It's definitely, they need to update the big bud lighting system. I agree. It's flat out dumb. Seems to work. I seem to be able to correct the physics of the plow just by lowering the plow, lifting it, and then lowering it again. It's totally missing stuff there. So let's lift it, lower it, see if it fixes it. Seems to have fixed. Nope. Still doing funny things back there. It's the best plow I can get for this tractor, but it is buggy. Come on, plow. So basically they're saying you guys had the skill to beat France, but someone made some bad choices on the court. And Hedgehog, I don't know if I could do your job. I was on the fire department long enough to see enough gore, enough people being dismembered and parts missing, and too much blood, and you're going to get to see a lot of blood in your job. I don't know if I could do that. I guess you'd have to deal with it less because the ambulances have probably taken care of most of that. But there'd still be a lot of blood. You had 2 free throws after France made mistakes. Oh, the hoop. Somebody took the post of the basketball hoop and wiggled it. Isn't that breaking the rules? Can't you get fined for that? Okay, I'm gonna be in all sorts of trouble here. I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? So basically someone cheated, but the referee didn't catch it. The Lithuanian communicator was surprised. Okay, I've never heard that term before, but I'm assuming we would call him an announcer over here in North America. Lots of replays on YouTube of going, hey, how can they get away with this? And the referees didn't catch it. See, First Hedgehog was using terms that North Americans don't know what they mean. And now you're using terms that North Americans might not know what you mean. But anybody that has any brains in their head should be able to go, oh, they're talking about this. We just call it something different. Well, never mind. A lot of North Americans don't have brains in their head. Truth, Jess? No comment? Oh no. Am I stuck in the trees again? You gonna watch it yourself quickly and see if it's in there? Yeah. I want to do this. Let's just do a big loop. Nah, it did screw up the plow. I'm like, it's gonna screw up the plow, isn't it? Yep. Yep, it did. Hey, we'll take this opportunity to see if we can get this. The answer is no, we can't get that. Get it part way? Oh, we can. Nice. All I hear is banging on Jess's controller. Her tractor's out of control. It's driving on its own. It's just got the machines have taken over. Her tractor's just flying across the field and getting stuck behind buildings now. It's just driving on its own, and Jess is like, I've got no control. Controller just completely froze. You might be forced to reset that tractor and trailer. You have narrow tires on that thing? Then you're fine.
But I'm just saying this. Why you don't make a reset tire? That's the
Yeah, next time I turn a field here, we'll show you guys where the tractor's going to reset. I'll bring my combine that way. Next time I turn a yard into a field, I first find out where the reset point in the game is. Oh yeah, originally reset was in a different spot, and then a map update changed the reset spot. Yeah. Oh, maybe they've updated it again? Because it would reset it in the middle of this field. Should be close to me here somewhere. It's dark, I can't see. There, right there. It resets it in the field over there. Turn your lights on so I can see your light. There you go. Resets it in my field there. Silliness. Oh yeah, your trailer's doing crop. Whoa, shoot. The trailer did a little bit of crop destruction, but you can't do anything about it. Repair, yes. Nope, they didn't show the part. But the comment section's on fire. You guys nearly won against Australia. That's many, many years ago. Oh, that's last week. Okay. Never mind. So basically you're saying you guys have a rockin' team this year. Yes, you may borrow my weeder. Our weed's taken over. You guys have lots of medals, so that means your team has been doing well for years now. Cool. I didn't know Lithuania had a good basketball teams. Okay, let's take a look at this weed. Oh yeah, it's taking over field 8 right now. It's just going to come down. Hopefully it doesn't take over my fields. I think they're weeded already, but weeds will definitely grow in this field though, which is fine. I'm just going to plant right over them and it'll be okay. Bronze, three bronzes. Yeah, you guys must have a pretty good team. And 3 golds. Any silvers? Basically, you guys end up on the podium quite a bit. See what happens if I just leave the plow down, make this corner. Seem to do pretty good with that one. I'll do that now that we have enough room to do that. Condition 0%. I guess the plow is condition 0%? I should repair it then, huh? That's the best lights this pickup has. Can't see a thing. Yikey. Imagine driving like this in real world. Like, there's no way you would drive in real world with lights this dim. Most memorable is 2007. So you remember a game when you were 2 years old? I don't think I have much memories of 2 years old. Which side is the workbench on? No, I don't want that. Okay, that side. Other side. If I do it like this, can I repair both? Nope. Not the right button. Okay, how do I repair? M. Just leave the truck there. Okay, we were going at 8 kilometers per hour. After the match, everybody was honking their horns on the road. So it was a good match then. Your biggest... How in the world can you win 112 to 9? Crazy. That's not even merciful anymore. You guys should have let them get a couple more shots in just so they felt better. Oh, yeah, that was during World War II. Yeah, I guess during World War II, games meant a lot more because they were political as well. That's not the right button at all. Weeds are still coming. Okay, so I got a while before I know if the weeds are going to affect me. To the best of my knowledge, all 3 of the other fields are weeded already, so I shouldn't get weeds on those fields. That's funny, the red square of the service truck is still out there. How much time do I got? I got 17 minutes before I gotta go. You bought ATS for €5 today? On sale? ATS must be on sale. Alright, so the actual base game's on sale, but you have to buy all the DLCs. Yeah, I don't have all the DLCs either. Yeah, DLCs cost a lot more. It's basically their new games. They're just basically upgrading the game. You have to pay for the upgrades. Instead of like Farming Sim re-releases every 2 years, it's almost exact same game with a couple upgrades. Instead of buying a new game, you just have to pay for the upgrades. So it's a different different way of making money. And still, you know, they have to be able to make money to keep developing the game. So I'm now plowing at 12 kilometers per hour. That's 4 kilometers faster. So repairing the plow does make a difference. I don't think I've ever played American Truck Simulator in multiplayer. I tried to keep playing after I started trucking in real life, and it's like I just have lost interest in playing the game. It's a really awesome game. I like the game. Just when you truck in real life all week long, for some reason you just don't want to truck more on the weekend. Hey Dylan, are you still around? Earth to Dylan. Earth to Dylan. So Dylan, how can I make you a moderator if you never stick around long enough to comment on here? You show up for every stream, you say hi, but you don't actually ask questions or have comments. hard to become a moderator that way. I mean, he shows up every week for a couple of seconds and hopes that's enough input. Meanwhile, Iron Thunder, you don't show up for every episode, but when you do show up, you usually have a good conversation. It's enjoyable talking to you. Asthmatic Hedgehog only shows up once in a while, but when he does, we have a good long conversation. I would make him a moderator before somebody that just pops in every episode but only has 2 seconds of input. Because what's the point of having a moderator that only shows up for 2 seconds? I don't mind if you miss a whole bunch of episodes, but when you do show up, you stick around long enough to actually be a moderator and have a entertaining conversation where we're talking with that, you know. So hopefully, Dylan, you go back and hear this. Maybe next time you show up and ask to be a moderator, I'll maybe remind you of this conversation. Oh, Iron Thunder, have you been watching a or a YouTuber called, I think it's Mike Petty, Matt? No, his twin is Matt. The guy that built the airplane Draco. If the answer is no, I'm going to go there right now and you must follow him. Okay, he's one of those guys that he's pretty darn rich now. He started really poor little company that where he built people's patios and stuff like that, and become pretty rich now. Now as a hobby, he builds planes, racing planes. He built Draco. Mike Petty, right there. So go to his videos and start watching where he starts building Draco. You know, go pretty far back and start watching him in order of him building Draco. Now he is building what he's calling Scrappy, and he is now building a plane with that propeller on it. Basically, that propeller is coming off of a, let's see here, we'll hit play here.
60, it is insane.
Sorry for the volume. So the propeller's coming off of airboats like that, and he's building a plane with that propeller on it. Yeah, it's coming. That propeller comes off a hover boat type of feeling. It's not a hover boat. It's called an air boat because it doesn't actually hover. But still, and he's building. He's got a. You should go to his channel. And don't start with a Scrappy. Scrappy is his new plane he's building. But go back and watch the videos of him building Draco. He's got a twin brother, but. If you go back, watch some of the earliest videos. It's pretty cool. He doesn't release a lot of videos. They're a couple weeks apart. Sometimes they're months apart, but for someone like you, your mom's a pilot. I think you and your mom would enjoy his channel. he does some crazy stuff with his planes. Basically, he was a high school dropout, didn't do well. He's self-educated, and he's a brilliant engineer now, and he hand builds his own planes. He's pretty awesome. I think he also does like TEDx talks and stuff like that too. If you find how he became rich and what he did. Oh, she doesn't speak English. Yes, that would be a communication issue there. Yeah. Yeah, Draco is a stall plane, so short takeoff, short landing. And he put a insane engine on that thing too. It's like a turbo where he can reverse the propeller. So when he does a landing, he actually reverses the pitch in the propeller so that the engine's pushing backwards, which helps him win competitions because he can land in a shorter distance. But yeah, right now he's building a plane he's calling Scrappy because he's building it all out of scrap parts. Having said that, those scrap parts are worth a lot of money. Like the engine coming out of the old racing airplane he built. So he's going to have a racing airplane engine in a little new stall. It's not a jet engine, but yeah. Well, you got to watch the Draco videos. It's got a propeller on it, but it's like a turboprop. So it's got a jet slash prop. Yeah, it's got a turboprop on it. So it looks like a propeller, normal propeller engine, but it's a crazy engine on that too. The actual engine doesn't go backwards. The pitch in the propeller, he can pitch the propeller so that the propeller is pushing backwards. So he can actually back his plane up, yes. In fact, he's got a video where he goes really high up elevation and does a dive down from high elevation and reverses the propeller so that the plane is pushing backwards while he's in the air. That way he is flying down at an angle slow enough that the wingsuit guys can go the same speed as he does and touch both wingtips. So he actually has a video where he throws the props into reverse high up in the air. The engine's still going forward. The engine doesn't reverse speed, but the propeller pitch shifts, so he does something that seems completely illogical and stupid to do. He reverses the pitch on his blades in air. So the plane is pushing backwards while flying, which seems like an insane thing to do. And it is, except he's a brilliant engineer and understands math, understands the equations of if I do this, what will happen. So yeah, watch his videos. Go way back to there's not that many videos. So if you go back to the bottom, you won't have to watch too many hundreds of hours. They're fairly short videos considering what he does. They're extremely entertaining. Definitely go watch those. My stream ends in a couple of seconds here, so go. I think you're the type of person that would really enjoy those. And Mike is such a pleasant person. He's such a happy person. He's fun to listen to. And I think it's because he's so excited about what he's doing. Did I check BPS space? Yes, I did. I haven't watched a lot of those videos because I've been totally buried in those Great War videos. I went to the bottom of all his videos and started watching his videos. I'm watching videos from 4 years ago. I'm just watching them one after another. So I've spent many hours watching Great War videos. I have many, 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 many more hours to go before I get through that series. I just find that a really interesting series that you shared there. So thank you for that. But my alarm just went off. I'm going to go do laundry. I'm going to go for a motorcycle ride. I might go go-karting. It's going to be $80 to do that. I don't know if I'm going to go do it, but I'm going to go check it out anyway. My brother's going to go do it. No, not 40 years ago. 4 years ago. 4, not 40, just 4. Great War videos from 4 years ago. Uh-oh. Plow's doing funny things.
Don't try to weed at night.
Don't try to weed at night? You gotta weed at night. You don't have to. You could wait till daytime and then you'd have to use pesticides. But I think we'll call it a day here. Had good conversations today with Riley, Hedgehog, and with the famous Iron Thunder. Just gonna turn this around, line it up. Famous. Yes, you're famous. You got your own YouTube channel. That makes you famous. Come on, Plow. Behave. Line up so that I don't have to deal with you next time I start playing. There we go. I'm happy with that. Let's get this tractor off the field. Why don't we sell this? What do we have in here anyway? Canola. Weeds are down till here. You're not doing a bad job weeding. You got a couple places missed, but you're not doing a bad job. It's hard at night. Canola. Rainbow Bridge. Where is Rainbow Bridge stores again? Way up that way? Okay. We'll sell this. You reach 200 subs? Or 220 subs? You know what? You're going to pass me. I know you're going to pass me pretty quick. I don't see that not happening. That's cool. And no, I'm not jealous of that. I always encourage other people to do better than I do. I honestly don't know where my subs are currently, but they're just slowly ticking up, so I'm happy with slowly ticking up. Yeah, you make very different content than I do. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. People do rewatch music videos over and over and over. Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, you just have it auto playing in the background in the playlist, and then it just listen to the same video, the same music over and over. And not like these live videos. There's no point of watching them after the fact. Like really, I would find boring these videos or watching these videos after the fact boring because you can't communicate, you can't talk with each other, right? What makes these live videos interesting is when we have conversations with each other. And that's why I've called it a Q&A now. It's a little more accurate than what we because we rarely play it. We rarely talk about Farming Simulator in these videos. We're always talking about something else. And now I have the freedom of switching games if we decide to do that. Okay, selling this. I know hopefully nobody downstairs needs the dryer that my laundry's in. One time I waited so long that all my laundry was in my laundry basket. Somebody else touched my clothes. Motorsport Manager 3 is free on phones? Huh. Hey, Hero Gamer. Jess is like, bad, don't tell me about video games on the phone for free. Hero Gamer, you just joined us as we're leaving. I'm just parking this back at the farm. Hey, can I pay off more of my loan? We have 300 grand to go. Oh, so I have more debt than you do? Let's park this at the farm. Well, no, let's repair it and park it on the field that we're going to harvest next. Okay, there's the driveway. I'm like, where are ya? Should go wide enough that, whoa, stay on the roadway, on the roadway. But we have to make the turn wide enough that we're not going to hang up the trailers on the corner. You know what? I gotta fix it. Gotta fix it. I ran the combine into the plow earlier, if you guys didn't see. Can't repair the rear trailer. I'm not going to bother washing it. Thinking of redoing my old project. I can't leave my promises. You know what I'm talking about? Jess says she knows. What's he talking about? Oh, Gnantel? Oh. I don't think it's a promise. I love the idea of Gnantel map, but if you work on it, that'd be great. If you don't work on it, that's fine too. Don't feel your pressure to build that. Okay, Farmer Joe, are you good to quit? You tell me where, if you want to wait to the end of the field. So you come on, plow. I thought I fixed you. Oh no! Uh, all your files disappeared. Huh. Huh. I guess if you upgrade, maybe you'd have to copy all the files onto a separate hard drive or something like that. No, if Jess says she probably has one of your old maps, but that probably doesn't help you any, does it? And besides, you probably want to restart from scratch anyway, because if your map editor... Oh, so it would help you as long as it's not a FS17 map. Yeah, FS19 map? Okay, she says it's a FS19 map, but she'll check out anyway. So you might get an email with a map that you sent us a long time ago. Anyway, I have to go. Well, I don't have to go. I want to go. I'm gonna go finish laundry, and then we'll see. We might do a stream tomorrow morning. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. We intend to do something fun. We don't know what that fun thing is yet. So if the fun thing starts first thing in the morning, won't be a stream. If it starts later on in the day, there'll be a stream tomorrow. So thanks for watching. See you guys. Thank you, Hero Gamer, Iron Thunder, you rock, Hedgehog, and Riley for joining in the conversation.